Imagine yourself getting up from bed, weak, room spinning, barely being able to lift yourself up. You go over to your mirror and automatically so many mean things run through your mind about yourself. Fat, worthless, ugly. There are so many people in this world that this happens to them each and every day. These people go through eating disorders. In my essay, I'm going to write about different kinds of eating disorders, what causes them, and how to overcome them. Eating disorders that will be in my paper are anorexia, obesity, and compulsive eating. Anorexia happens to a person that has a complete fear of gaining weight, says HealthWise. People that have this disorder are characterized by two things that they are scared of: becoming fat or a distorted body image. These people don't just stop thinking about food, they actually think about it all the time. They just stop eating and control tension, says U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. They feel that if they starve themselves, they are in more control of their life and can handle it a lot better. When your parents go through this, there are many different things that cause this disorder, and one of them is family. When a parent in your family suffers from this disorder, you are more likely to get it. When your parents go through this, they will tend to pinpoint you on the same subject. This means that they care a lot about your physical features, and they are going to pound on yours also. I strongly believe that one of the leading causes of anorexia is because of the kind of culture they live in. There are so many beautiful, flawless women on TV and magazines, modeling, etc., that women see other women like that, and it makes them feel like they need to look like that too. So many compare themselves with supermodels and think that if they aren't a spitting image of them, that they're not beautiful. There are also some issues that cause this disorder that you can't do anything about. An example of this is hormones. There are chemical changes in the thyroid that the reproductive organs and cause high levels of ghrelin. The thyroid is located in the brain and causes signals when you are hungry or not. This controls your metabolism. Your metabolism decides when you are hungry and how much you will eat. High levels of ghrelin, a hormone that increases the feeling of hunger and slows metabolism, have also been noted in patients with anorexia and bulimia. Anorexia causes many dangerous medical conditions and risks. These medical conditions and risks are cardiovascular problems, gastrointestinal problems, loss of menstruation, and even deaths, which also says the U.S. Health and Human Services. It affects the cardiovascular system when you have irregular heartbeat and low blood pressure. When it comes to loss of menstruation, that is when your periods just stop happening. It makes it so then it's harder for you to reproduce and be able to produce an egg and have a child. Anorexia is found mostly in teens. During the teen years, there's always a period where you will put on a couple of pounds, and most girl teens think that they're getting bigger. They tend to obsess over their weight and gain and think that they're going to get fat. In conclusion of her thinking that she's going to get fat, she starts to partake in extreme exercise and extreme dieting. Even when she loses a ton of weight, she still thinks she's fat. Obesity is one of the most common metabolic problems. Obesity is when you have an excessive amount of body fat. A person can be overweight for many different things. These things are muscle, bone, water, and the obvious, having too much fat, says PubMed Health. Obesity is caused by many things genetically and environmentally. A few of them are eating more food than your body can use, drinking too much alcohol, and not getting enough exercise. Obesity can also be genetic. Human studies have shown that both parents are obese. More than 80% of the kids will turn out obese, says PubMed Health. Another factor of obesity is the number of fat cells we have in our body. When it comes to fat cells and the body uses them throughout the day, we need energy. When a normal body type uses them, they don't have enough left over. When an obese person uses them, you have too many left over and they just build up. This doesn't really help anything if you want to lose weight because we don't shed fat cells. There are many different eating habits that can result in obesity. For example, you could eat too quickly, eating larger portions, and eating until we are stuffed and can't eat anymore, reports PubMed Health. There are so many obese people in the world today. There are so many different kinds of fast food restaurants that it's hard to stay away. Compulsive eating is when people have an addiction to food. They use food as a way to hide from their emotions and to deal with daily stress and problems that they have in their life. A person with this disorder has many different health risks like heart attack, high blood pressure, cholesterol, kidney failure, arthritis, bone deterioration, and a stroke, explains Something Fishy. Compulsive eaters actually have no idea that they even have a problem in the first place. They focus more on how the food makes them feel rather than what it's really doing to their body. There are many different signs and symptoms when it comes to compulsive eating. A few are binge eating, depression, not doing certain activities because they are embarrassed about their weight, their own feelings on self about based on their weight, and feeling tormented by eating habits, says Barton Smith. A lot of these are just like other eating disorders that I was explaining earlier. There's just slight differences in every one. Eating habits usually start when you are at a young age. You have no idea how to deal with stress and what's going on with your life, so you base how you feel on how much food you partake. You eat and eat until you feel relaxed and comfortable instead of anxious about everything and worried. All eating disorders are caused by one simple aspect of life, which is stress. Many people go through many stressful situations each and every day. Everyone has their own way of dealing with it, but not all ways are the right ones. Certain ways can affect your body more than you think. This is why my essay I explain a few of the eating disorders that people have because they are stressed out. These disorders again are anorexia, obesity, and compulsive eating. By my essay, I hope that I explained the true facts about disorders and gave a better understanding of every of the different disorders.